Bonjour, bonjour! That means in English, welcome to Rauta's French black metal time. Today we have a band called, or should I say project called, Ferriterium. Now I'm no expert in French, but ferri refers to me as some kind of iron. After all, we know that Ferrari from Italy means blacksmith. Yes, that's something to know for your language session with Rauta. No, well, be it as it may, this is a one-man project from France and now out with the third album. It's a nice-looking digipack, which just calls for some Rauta photoshopping. This is out on Epictural Productions, which also released the previous album by the very same project. And while that was definitely quite good, this is an improvement. That is, this is a good album, better than the previous one. Now, curiously enough, this album runs for some 40 and then some minutes and has 4 tracks, of which lyrics are here presented in a kind of poster format, miniature poster if you will, and all obviously in French language, the language of love, very, very beautiful. You need to go to France, to Paris, see the countryside, and it's all very, very nice. I know, I've been there twice. I mean, only to Paris one time, but in other parts of France, one time too. It's a beautiful country, and people who say French people are horrible ones, or that Paris is a horrible city, they don't know jack shit unless they've been there and had, difficult situations. Anyway, beautiful place, go there, eat some good food, and well, obviously you can just enjoy French black metal as well, because it's quite a thing. Usually French black metal has the habit of being very, very melodic and in kind of a medieval melodic type, and that's half through with Ferriterium as well, because the thing here is, this is very, very melodic and very, very catchy, but also very, very atmospheric, even to a level of certain kind of a melancholy. And well, I must say, I like it. Now, I'm not a fan of every French black metal bands going melodic. You probably noticed with my reviews, that is, if you have been watching them. But the thing is, some of them are really good and some of them, well, not too shabby. But French melodic thing is definitely a thing. And people also knowing Quebec, part of Canada, which is kind of a French-Canadian territory, also know that very, very melodic taste. So there's definitely something very melodic going on with French. I don't know if it's related to their temperament or whatever, but it's right there. And you either like it or you then probably dislike it. In my opinion, there's not much of a middle road, except that I feel I'm kind of on the middle. Anyway, be it as it may, the thing here is Calvaire, the third album by the band, is an interesting one. I mean, this length is kind of misleading, because you might really think that, okay, when you have 9 to 11 minutes tracks, it's gonna get boring halfway through, which is usually the case in so many bands doing way too lengthy tracks and then ending up repeating or going way too weird places, and you kind of snore fest in the middle. Now, that would be the case with Calvaire as well, in case that wasn't so catchy with the melodies. I mean, it's like a constant motion. It's more like a river rather than, small pond here and there. I mean, if we take it to the water analog a little bit further, some albums are like pond after pond after pond. Some albums are more like one big lake, the whole atmosphere with the kind of a concept album and all that stuff. But with Calvaire, it's more like a river, more like a stream of, water going down, and you just like go all the way, and it's not so much as this pond thing, because it's constantly moving a little bit further and further, and then you really kind of lost track in time and measure when you're just going like, oh, that was a 12 minutes track, really? Versus being like 4, 5, 6 minutes thing. So that kind of proves my point. The band is catchy enough to make the whole concept of time to disappear in a way. Now, I'm not still 100% convinced about the quality of the melodies. So, as I was saying, all the way positive, right? But there are a couple of things which kind of rub me the wrong way. And one of them is that some of these melodies are outright very, very mediocre. I'm not going to say they are bad, but it feels like they're a little bit misplaced here with Ferriterium. the thing is, most of the time, however, the band is doing really nice. I keep saying band, but it's just, one man operating here. Anyway, Beast as May. Most of the time I really enjoy the melodies, and I like because they're catchy and they are very memorable in a way, but also they are very, very melancholic at some points. So it's like 3 out of 4. It's working really, really nicely. And the other 25%, well, it's okay. So you can pretty much digest that because of the better part. When it comes to the production, it's somewhere between the good and the bad. It could be really a lot stronger and more crispier, if you will, but it's like doing okay. There's nothing really to blame about or bitch about. And when it comes to vocals, well, those raspy vocals are quite good. Not the best in the genre in my opinion, but definitely on the good side. So, all in all, this album, is it good? Yes. Is it the album of the year material? Unfortunately not. But still among the best releases to come out so far in January 2021. And we're 29 days in, so I can pretty much say this is one of the better ones to come out in January. So give it a listen if you like melodic black metal in the first place, and if not, well, at least you know you've been warned. You will find links provided in the description box. Should you have comments or questions, put them on the comments box below and I will get back to you. Now, take care of you folk and enjoy some February 2021.